Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. Guys, these reprints will literally tank these card prices. It's gonna destroy the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're gonna discuss, finally, what we've been saying here for months. Because, of course, recently, everyone now feels like they know, yeah, of course, you're gonna get impulse, you're gonna get purged. I mean, you never know. You never know with Konami, right? They've skipped cards in the past, but with staples like these, we knew they were going to get reprinted essentially inside the tins. Again, this is information that came out yesterday after my recording, so we're going to be updating you guys today, not because you don't know this information particularly, it's just my opinion, and we're going to discuss this here today, guys. So again, we're going to get, starting September 5th, we're going to be getting the tins. Let's see, you're going to get 3 Starlights, 3 Prismatics, and 9 Ultras, and 24 Commons. So that's pretty interesting that we're getting 9 Ultras, 3 Prismatics, and 3 Starlights in each tin. Wow, that's definitely going to affect the pull rates. And 3 Starlights per tin, not bad at all. Cheap Starlights, man, is nice. We got cheap quarter centuries in last year's tins. It was pretty cool, and then because I love those cheap quarter centuries from last year's tins, like Pankratops was cheap, and now they went up. We're going to have amazing opportunities inside this set as well. Now, the question is if they'll only be getting the prismatic secrets, or if some of these prismatics will also get starlights. That's going to be pretty interesting to see how they play it out, because last year they didn't put like the quarter centuries, like Chaos Angel, for example. When it got reprinted, it only got the prismatic. It didn't get like the quarter century inside the same set. So probably it's going to be the same thing. They'll probably leave the starlights like to sell in a rarity collection 5 or something. So who knows? But what matters is that these cards now are going to get destroyed in price. It doesn't have to happen overnight. We're going to check some of these prices, especially for Purge, as people just need the card and they need it for a month. You know what I mean? Like, they just need the card for the next month. Like, yeah, okay, this is getting reprinted in September. They're like, okay, I need the card now. Regardless, it only has a limited amount of prints. This one in the quarter century, right? So we're going to discuss that. But Impulse falling out of favor, out of the meta already. And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it pans out. So again, Purge we see here had a flash crash from 66s, it says, all the way down to 51s. And yeah, that's where we're at 51 bones, 21 listings, guys. Excuse me, the card was lower. It was actually went as low as into the 30s, guys. It was crazy. It was crazy, like the flash crash, as low as 38 bones, as we can see here. And now it's rebounded overnight up all the way back up to 50s because of what we said. People need it. They just need it for the next month of Yu-Gi-Oh! Going to regionals, getting ready to participate in their, events and trying to get their invites. So due to that demand, we see here, there's a couple at 51, then it goes back up to 65. It's crazy. So insane, 21 listings. And also the key is that from last year, we learned that a prismatic secret rare print, yeah, it's going to cause sell pressure, but it'll probably be short printed, extremely hard to pull, with terrible pull rates. So it'll just be hard to get as well. Of course, still not worth 50, 60 bones for this card. We're going to see this probably in the 30s, maybe in the high 20s. That would be my expectation for a card like this after it gets reprinted regardless. But the yummy hype, the yummy demand has kept this card's price up, even with a reprint announcement. Of course, you had the flash crash, but you also had a super high, volume candle come in and protect the lows. So yeah, man, crazy to see this pan out like that. Just having a flash crash and a flash rebound, V-shaped recovery, like during the same night, overnight, and yeah, crazy volatility. But midterm, I expect lower prices regardless, especially the closer we get to September 5th. So in my humble opinion, no better time to move this card into this current hype right now, thanks to Yummy, before eventually it gets that reprint, and that sell pressure tanks these card prices even more. Then we have Dominus Impulse. Again, Impulse flash crashing as well. The card was 68s. It already went down to 50s. Last time we talked about it, it was a 50 piece. We were telling people to sell throughout last week, and now the card is at a 40 piece with the walls of China here. So 40 listings, down 10 bones, but the card sold at even lower prices, probably, around 33 to mid 30s. So again, people are going to start panic selling this card. We still have a month, of the card being not necessarily played much, but just being out and about where we won't have the reprint. So yes, we got an announcement, but there's a gap zone from now until a month from now. give or take a month and a week. Excuse me, guys. So again, people, there's some people out there that are like, oh my God, all-time lows. And finally, this card is cheap, or, you know, that it was 70s, 80s, and now it's 38. We see it time and time again with Fawalos, before that, Little Night. All these staples, they always get reprinted, and then they get destroyed in price. And then eventually, you know, it happened for Fawalos, it happened for Little Night. They get their rarity treatment. So again, people are just focusing the now. Oh my God, you know, they're coming in the tins and the prismatic. Me, I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking what most people are not thinking, not to say that it has to happen, but here being a bit speculatory, I expect this to be in Rarity Collection 5, literally. And they're going to bring their Starlight Rare and then the Rarity treatment for these. Dominus Impulse and Dominus Purge. I expect these to get Rarity Collection 5 treatments. I do. We're being honest, I do. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I'd be selling these cards. You have a month to sell these cards before they see even lower prices, before these prices tank. It starts with the announcement, then we start getting closer to the release date. People start panicking and they start flash selling these cards. So you want to, you know, get more the most bang for your buck. You want to sell early in a way, not in a month from now. If you have extras, if you move these, and you recycle that purchasing power, even if you have to cut your losses and move on to live to fight another day. Then recently announced today, because again, here in this same post, where was it? It says somewhere, I read that they're gonna be every single day announcing two Starlight Rares, I think it is, or 2 cards that are coming in the tins. So that, and sometimes 3 cards throughout the weekend or something, I read it. So that's pretty cool. So look, here are today's Starlight reveals from the upcoming 2025 mega packs. We have Shiny Sarcophagus and number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, guys. So again, we always expected, and we're going to be talking about today, most of the cards that we expect to get reprints inside the tins that essentially, for the most part, you want to be selling. So again, number 90 really needed a reprint. So it's nice. Hopefully it's one of them number cards like F-Zero, Utopic Future, Utopia, and those cheap ones that we got in the tins. Hopefully is like this, or this one is cheap finally, you know, $2-3 maybe, you know, because this card, we need it, man. We needed this reprint. This is a clutch reprint. It's really nice. And then Shiny Sarcophagus is nice, you know, gets a Starlight Rare, you know, for Shiny Sarcophagus, you know, players or people that love the archetype, they'll probably get a cheap Starlight Rare now. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, just going to the prices again. Number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord only has 3 prints ever. Crazy, and they've all been money. Wait, let me just start here. My bad, guys. We're gonna start with let's put this right here. I'll go back to Shiny Sarcophagus. So again, you have the secret rare. This one was becoming money already, like in the mid-20s recently. And now, you know, it's kind of flash crashing, holding that $21-22 mark. Just sell this card, man. Like, there's no way people out there are gonna be like, you know what, man? Like, I want the first set OG secret rare instead of a Starlight. Like, come on now, man. I get it. You know, like, maybe if Starlights are not your favorite rarity, and most people do, you know, like, it's more commonplace that people love the secret rarity in general, right? But a Starlight rare cheaper than, you're gonna maybe get 10x lower price of for a Starlight, then nah, man. I'll sell these 20, this at 20 right here, and buy 10 Starlight Rares at $2 if it goes down there once it comes out. That's what I'd be doing. An R9 and one for you. It can't get any easier than that. You turn 1 secret rare into 10 Starlight Rares potentially. We'll see those prices once they come out, but that's what I'd be doing. And then you have the ultra rare, also still money at 15s. Man, like, no better time to recycle your purchasing power. That's what's gonna be today's episode mostly about. Look at that, man. 12 bones even still. Nah, you sell this. These were 15s. They're flash crashing to 12s. Don't let this $12 card become $1 on you. Don't let it be down 10x, 12x on you. Just don't do that. You sell now. You get rid of these. If you have these, you have a month. Not to say that there can't be rebounds here and there before it gets eventually to the all-time low. But again, now you start selling. Now we got wind, not just literally that these cards will get reprinted, but most of the other cards we're going to be talking about today may see some type of reprint inside the tins. Because yeah, most people are going to be focused on the Starlights, There's also prismatic secrets and ultra rares and even commons. So a lot of cards can get reprinted. They don't all have to be starlights. They could get reprinted in any of the other rarities inside the set. So this is a reprint set that you don't want to be holding on to cards like these. You want to be recycling your purchasing power. And there's the question, Jay, but what's going to happen, man? Because now we're getting a shiny Sarcophagus Starlight. It's probably going to be cheap. Pull rate is going to be high. So how is that going to impact the quarter century secret rare? Not just for this particular card, but any and all other cards that already had QCSRs and now are getting their Starlights. So in this particular case, because it's in the tins and the pull rates are high, you know, I think the sell pressure impact will probably be less because this is money because it's scarce. When the Starlight is not going to be as scarce, obviously, most likely. So yeah, I expect sell pressure regardless, just because people can have a high rarity version cheap, you know. So me, like, I'd be selling this in a heartbeat and just getting the Starlights. That's what I'd be doing. So, you know, there's going to be people out there that think, you know, the same thought process that I just mentioned, and probably cost sell pressure maybe down to what, 50 to 40s, maybe revisit the lows. I think it's definitely possible. Regardless, I'd be dumping these. That's just me. I get it. People have it. They don't want to move them. This is the rarity they like. They like the stamp. More power to you. Me, I just move on from a high rarity to another high rarity that is cheap as an investment. Because that cheap shiny Sarcophagus one day Starlight rare, a year after that, next year, when we're talking about 2026 tins, the Starlight rare of this version of the card, the Starlight rare of this card can become, you know, go from whatever it's worth, go up 2, 3, 5x. We've seen it happen with a bunch of cards from last year's tins. And that's why I'm excited for this year's tins, just going harder into some of those single prints that we knew they could be money, but now we saw it pan out because this tin will have the same structure as last year's tins, just with Starlight rares instead of, you know, quarter century secret rares. Now, I don't know, like, the technicalities of we also got 3 prismatics and 9 and 3 QCSRs last tins. I'm not sure, but regardless, there's going to be so much value in this year's tins. I'm super excited. And then the secret rare flash crashing overnight from 32s to 24s. You sell this now, man. 45 listings, you sell this now. If you go to the yearly, this card has been, you know, 15 bucks to what, $13 in the past. Don't let this card crash down all the way back down to the lows and below into single digits. Don't do that. If you have this card, recycle that purchasing power, man. Just do it, please. Please don't let this money vanish. You sell this at 24s and you set it, you can even set it to the side, and then you just buy Starlight's worth, and you're gonna be a happy camper, probably with an R09 and beyond of this same card, but in a higher rarity. Come on now, man. I'd be selling this card like right now, guys. So again, I mean, a lot of people are excited. Yo, this was mad funny. Yo, that picture there. Hey, tins are on the way, man. Tins are on the way. Okay, in a month. Look, available September 4th. That's gonna come quick. Boom. You know, before you know it, we're gonna be going to our locals. We're gonna be going to events. We're gonna be ordering these online. People, I need to get me a case of this to open on the channel. I haven't gotten it, man. I'm slacking. Need to do that one of these days. Again, the tins, man. Mega tins. Everyone's gonna be excited now. You don't need the actual tins. Again, you know, you can get just these up here. So a lot of people looking forward to this year's tins. I like the tins in itself. They're pretty cool. You know, the design and everything. They do a good job with these tin designs. I won't lie, man. Every year they just get better and better and better, in my humble opinion. But regardless of design, Jay, we just care about the brown that comes inside. And it's pretty interesting to see that we're gonna get these tins in a month, man. These tins will destroy the market. We've seen it happen time and time and time again. Card after card after card that comes inside these tins, you know, especially the staples, they destroy the markets. They destroy them. Tank card prices left and right. People panic selling. So you want to sell now. Now that this is on people's radar and we're starting to see these reprints, you do not want to wake up one day and see one of these announcements have an expensive card that you have. Literally, you do not want to wake up one day and come, let me go to X and see what's going on. Oh, wow, X card is getting reprint. Oh, snap, I have 3 of those. You don't want to be in that position. So this is a warning for you guys. I want to make sure you guys can recycle your purchasing power. That's the whole point. We're going to be talking about 1 million cards today. As you can see the tabs up here. People like, yo, Jay, I get anxiety with all those tabs. I can't blame you. but it's because I want to save you guys money. I don't want to, you know, hear those stories. Man, I lost so much money. Those tins destroyed my collection, my investment. No. We don't do that. We recycle the purchasing power beforehand, and we have a month to do so. All right, so we're gonna discuss a bunch of these cards. Let me know what you think about the tins and what are you expecting about the product. Are you excited? I need to make a community poll asking about this. Hopefully I do it today. But guys, first link in the description down below. Most of these cards are already tanking. They're already crashing down overnight. People are panic selling most of these cards. And you know, if you want to fast track these cards as we go through them here today, first link in the description down below. Don't miss out. And don't forget, Lordly Loads and Drill Beams and Rising Scale giveaway literally tomorrow. So when you're watching this video tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be your last call. Not everyone watches every single video. So essentially, guys, look at that. The giveaway is finally here. 9.75K giveaway finally being hosted, guys, tomorrow. This is your last chance, man. Essentially. So come over here to the Discord. This is fire. Look at all this heat, man. One winner is winning all these cards. If you're waiting until the end, whatever, now is the time. The bot will select the winner. We're over 300. That was always the goal. So I'm excited for the giveaway. Can we get this at 350 overnight? Nah, guys, but don't miss out, man. Excuse me, guys. Free participation in this giveaway over there on the Discord, guys. And make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell, guys. Like the video on the way in, as it would be gladly appreciated. And shout out to the community, man. That's back to back 3K views, man. Awesome, man. Love you guys, man. You guys are insane. You're destroying these videos because we continue to provide that value. So if you're new here, you need to make sure that you subscribe. Now we have Supreme Darkness, guys. So again, we start speculating now. Usually a set that comes out when Supreme Darkness comes out, if I'm not mistaken, in the past, skips the tins. We already know that Mo Charming Meows later this year is getting a reprint. All right, we already know that Ether Barrel, because of the, you know, errata text or whatever, already got a reprint in Battles of Legend, so that was quick. But other than that, nothing else has had a reprint. So this is speculating. Who knows? Maybe this year they actually go into Supreme Darkness, or maybe they leave it for next year's tins. Just like they did with Legacy of Destruction, just like we did with Phantom Nightmare. Where we had to wait like over a year. That could happen here with Mitsubuti. But honestly, this deck is being used so much. These cards are being used so much that, you know, people feel like they need these reprints so much. You never know, man. Konami has been changing their reprint cycles a lot lately. You know, giving us cards earlier. Maybe this is the year where they're like, you know what? Suda cards, Mitsubuti Ritual. People want to play still Mitsu this, Mitsu that. Maybe it doesn't get hit on the list. Who knows? So it's my job to let you guys know that for cards like these, we already know this is getting a reprint. You never know if other than that secret rare reprint later on this year, they sneak this in there as a prismatic secret or maybe even a Starlight. I doubt it. As a Starlight, they'll probably leave that for Rarity Collection 5. But the whole point is the risk factor. In the next month, you know, this card might continue going down in the sense that, you know, not being heavily used in the meta, plus already a known reprint later on in the year. Just you never know, man. You never know if they squeeze this in. They're like, you know what, man, let's give the Mo Charmies in the tins. You never know, man, with Konami. So just having that possibility, excuse me, I get rid of cards like these. Not because they can't rebound to 35, 40s. Maybe they people start playing it, you know, they become more money. No, we're talking about the risk factor. Risk factor. Not just possibly in the tins, but already a known reprint later into the year. Of course, it's a gap zone, is many, many months out, so we can see that rebound that we're talking about. But the tins, man, you never know. You never know. I think it's unlikely, you know, especially us having a known reprint later in the year. But just because it's unlikely, you never know if they squeeze this in the tins. Just wanted to highlight there for you guys. We have Mitsubuti Ritual falling out of favor. People are switching over to Vanquish Soul K9. They just don't need the card anymore. Now the card is super cheap, 65 listings. Right here with Walls of China at 1368. Same deal. I mean, I think they should. You know, based on historical precedents, is unlikely, but I think they should reprint this card in the tins. Excuse me, maybe give it a rarity bump, Prismatic Secret. I think they should. But it's all speculation. Probably not. But regardless, I'd be selling this card and just moving on from this card. We were saying at 28s, 26, 27, 28s, if it broke the highs, that I would be running for them hills. Hopefully you ran before the card just flash crash to 50% dump. So there you go. We have a Bow Q, continues to crash down. We were telling you guys at around 13, 14, 15s, I'd be selling this card. I mean, right now it's looking like the trend will take this card down to single digits, especially if it receives a reprint in this year's tins, which again, for all of these pseudo cards is unexpected. But you never know with Konami if they want to switch things up. So I'd be getting rid of this card. Then we have Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. This card needs a reprint. A lot of people need this card right now, $7. You know, it was double digits, retraced down about 20-30%. But this one could use a nice reprint. We'll see if they skip it like they usually do and leave it for next year's tins. But you never know. So there you go. And then we have Prime Dragon and Ether Barrel. Again, already had a Battles of Legend reprint. So again, unlikely they reprinted this quick in the tins. But they're ready, most likely, as we're going to discuss today, maybe reprint Lordly Loads inside the tins. You know, maybe Primite Roar, maybe the other Primite Ultra Rare card. So they might be like, you know what, let's just reprint all Primite cards inside the tin. So that's why you see that, you know, this Ultra Rare is around 6s and the Secrets are around 6, 7s as well. Because people expect that they might have an additional print in the tins. Which even if it comes in the tins, I think it'll have a hard pull rate. It'll still cause sell pressure on these other versions. So just something to keep in mind that Konami might be like, let's just reprint the entire engine. You know, all the Primite cards there. You know, as prismatics, maybe even drill beams. You know, which I think at dollars are great pickups for the long term. But maybe they get a prismatic secret rare print as well. So just be on the lookout, man. Just be on the lookout for these cards. You never know. Unlikely, already has his print, doesn't need to. Not saying that it will happen, but Konami might be like, just throw in the Primite package in there. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? And we have Evil Hero Dead in Prison with the hero hype. They might be like, let's squeeze this in there, you know, as a prismatic secret. Instead of waiting one whole year, maybe they do it now because of the new evil, a new hero support coming out. So this secret rare, Dead End Prison, you know, around $6. We'll see how this one particularly pans out. Then we move on to crossover breakers. Again, now for this one, I do think they're going to reprint some of these cards in the tins. So I do expect that to happen, even regardless of the fact that, for example, Yugioh Duel Drive, and where's the other one? And Yugioh Detonator, again, Detonator to 1, now it's free at $1, right? You know, it's free, and then it does go up to 2 bones, but this isn't one of already falling out of favor, where it's still going to have a month to play, you know, now this upcoming month, as we head towards the ban list. But by the time this card gets reprinted in the tins, it's probably either nuked, not this card, but the deck even nuked even more on the list, or just power crept by the new decks coming into town. So, you know, I'd be selling these cards. Same as Dual Drive. You know, Dual Drive is still 375s, you know, as we can see here. So the card is still pretty cheap right there, 58 listings. So again, I'd be moving these cards. You know, if you can get rid of them, you get rid of them now. You do see a rebound from 250s all the way back up to current prices, as people are like, oh, we still have an extra month to play these cards. Oh, I need it, man. I need a Dual Drive. I need, you know, these cards. But I expect these to be included in the tins. So we'll see how it pans out for Detonator and Dual Drive. A nice Yugioh, 650s right here. Same deal. These Yugioh cards, as you can see, they've been destroyed. They used to be 15, 20 bucks. Now they're barely trying to hold on to 5s essentially. So I'd be getting rid of all of these as we get ready for potential reprints, even though we'll be like, why are these getting reprints if no one's going to play Yugioh anymore? Hey, I mean, you never know in the future if Konami unbans, you know, Detonator to, well, not unbans because it's not banned, but on the list, you know, like the 2 to 3, you know, once it's power crept. So they'll probably reprint these, but we'll see how it pans out. And then you have Malice cards. They need the reprints because people will continue playing Malice even post Justice Hunters. So Malice P White Rabbit, we expect it to get reprinted. The card is around $5. It's actually rebounding as people come back, because again, you need to understand there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players. They took a break a month, 2 months before the summer came, and Malice was hot. Malice was expensive. This card was probably 10, 15, 20 bucks. And now they come back and they see it at 3 to 5. So like, yo, I want to play Malice. Yo, can I still play Malice post Justice Hunters? Yes. They come in and they're coming in, but hey, maybe they don't know that a month from now this card is getting reprinted. So I'd be selling this card into this latest rebound right here, volume. You sell this card, man. You sell it. I expect it to get reprinted in the tins. We won't know until it happens. But, you know, Malice, P. White Rabbit, Malice, and Underground, I believe they had its heyday, plus a reprint coming. You sell these cards at $250 to $3s. If you still have them now, you recycle into either the new reprint or just something else that you want from the tins. I expect these cards to actually get reprinted inside the tins. So here we have Sosei Ryuji Mitzvah. This crossover breakers, what is this? The Ultra, right? Because they're all Ultras. Yeah. Did it get the CR? I'm not sure. The whole point is this card is one of those cards that I look at it and I can see it like not getting printed in the tins. Literally. So I just wanted to highlight this one. Is off the $4 highs. It'll probably even go lower in price. One, because no one's using it. And two, because people expect it to get reprinted in the tins. So as you can see, you have, you know, even place that's at $2, 89 listings. So this is one that I'm gonna personally be keeping an eye out for. Because cards like these, it happened in Valiant Smashers, where I think Ground Zeno, it got reprinted in the tins, but should have been reprinted in Bonanza. That's what it was, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the whole point is, I mean, there was a couple, I don't know, something was missed from Wild Survivors and Valiant Smashers where it didn't get printed. And we were like, what, how, why? So I think this one could be it. I don't know, Konami sometimes does that with cards that go under the radar. They just like, nah, we're not reprinting that. And I don't know why. I don't know why they always leave like 1 or 2 cards that should get reprinted, but not. Not because the community, oh my God, I need to have this card. No, but there might be Ryuji players out there that would prefer, you know, a prismatic secret rare rarity bump. And we'll see. If it does, this card will be free 99 as an ultra. If it doesn't, I can see it reclaiming the $5 mark and beyond, just because it'll be a single print scarce card. So definitely wanted to highlight this one to just keep on your radar. Then we have Kyoro Ryuji. This one has the CR, and then it has a super, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, this one could get reprinted or skip the reprint cycle as well. So just wanted to touch base on those 2 Ryuji cards to keep in mind. Like once the tin comes out, just remember these cards to see if they got reprinted or not. Because if they don't, then these cards could go up just based on scarcity, not because of playability or utility. So keep these in mind. Then we go to Rage of the Abyss. Looking into the past, this has been one of the like most broken sets released in Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, just great cards, man. We already obviously talked about Impulse. Fuwalos already got its a rarity treatment, so we're gonna discuss that. You have the Fiendsmith package, Lordly Loads. Like this set was amazing, man. Just a lot of great cards that came inside here. Yeah, I forgot to pull this one here, so let me just put it right here. But yeah, guys, again, when you see Rage of the Abyss, Rhoda, what a set. But again, reprint season is upon us. You don't want these card prices to tank on you, to get destroyed because you missed out on moving these beforehand. So again, you have Mo Charming for Walos. It got its rarity treatment. The card is already moving on up for most copies. Even the ultra rares from Stampede, as we're always discussing, and the OGs are at 21s. Excuse me, guys. So again, 31 listings. You are seeing a rebound, not just in volume, but a little bit in price. I just think this card, it fits the bill. Because there's some staples and some cards that they always just need that additional print. Again, this card, access to not this version, but the card in general, it was like 13 bucks. Not bad. 40 bucks post tax for a playset of Fuwalos. It was great. But now it's pushing 16s, 17s. Soon, even that ultra rare from Stampede, it might be 20 bucks. So again, just something to keep in mind, though. I think we get a prismatic secret rare. At least we should. Just because it got its rarity treatment doesn't mean that it doesn't qualify, because it does. It came in Rage of the Abyss, a set that will be reprinted in the tins. So we need this. We need this inside, you know, the tins as a prismatic secret rare. I believe it'll get it. Let me know what you guys think. So if it does, again, pull rates will probably be terrible. So sell pressure still comes in, especially for the lower rarities from Stampede. But overall, you know, I would just be waiting for the tins right now. I can't say that you have to move these, because, you know, maybe it goes down to 15 for the OGs, and, you know, and for the other secret rares that are probably around 18, 20 bucks. But yeah, so this one you keep in the sense it's a staple. We don't know if it's getting reprinted, but if you have extras and you want to, you know, just mitigate some risk, by getting rid of them. Can't blame you as well, just in case, because just sometimes it's not, you know, pull rates matter and the actual supply into the markets matter of that prismatic. You know, how many will there be? Is it easy to pull? Probably won't be, but you know, the thing is all about optics. If you wake up one day and you see a Fuwalos right here, literally Fuwalos and some other card, that's gonna, like, you know what, it's gonna impact prices. People are gonna start moving, not just the OGs, but all their copies of Fuwalos, because they're gonna be like, oh man, I want the prismatic now. So you know what I mean? You mean what I know? Definitely keep this card on your radar. Then we have Primite Lordly Load. Got the secret rare match and rarity inside Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. And you have the OGs just consolidating, literally waiting. 29, 30 bucks, just waiting. Playing the waiting game. Will it get the prismatic secret? Will it get the Starlight? I think, again, for most of these staples, I think they're going to leave the Starlights to reprint those in the rarity collection. And I think we're going to get prismatic secret rares of most of these staples. So let me know what you guys think, as you can see here. And yeah, look at that, 30 piece. So I'd be moving these just in case. Just in case, because again, a prismatic secret rare reprint is going to flash crash these to 20 pieces, probably even into the teens, back down to 15s, guys. So I wouldn't be holding on my loads, especially if I have extras. If it's in your deck and you play it, it is what it is. But if you have extras in a binder, excuse me, you opened up Battles of Legend, you have extras of those, or you have these extra first set OGs, I'd be moving them just in case they get reprinted as a prismatic secret rare, and then that sell pressure will impact these current not just rarities, but the prices in general of all versions of this card. Maybe the quarter century holds up a little bit better, but that's about it. Then we have Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. We've been telling you guys to get rid of this card. Look at that, it keeps going down in price, now barely holding on to a 20 piece. You know, again, telling you, man, Fiendsmith either gets power crap, hit on the list, or reprinted the whole package. So we've been telling you guys week after week after week to sell this card, and every time we revisit this card, but not just Lacrima, where's the other one? My bad, man, where is it? I thought I had it back here. I didn't. Okay, no, it's because they came in the Infinite Forbidden. My bad. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about the rest of the Fiendsmith package. Just sell these cards, man. Like we've been, hey, we were telling people to sell it before Nats. Like, not for the people that needed it to play because they played Fiendsmith at Nats, but people that had it in their binders. The card was 38, 40 bucks. It were in people's binders. You know, heading into Nat, I'm like, yo, sell it, get rid of it. And then now it's down 50% from the highs, essentially. And still, it could be down another 50%, especially if it gets reprinted or, you know, gets affected by those fundamental factors that we mentioned. So just recycle that purchasing power, guys, because I think we get a prismatic secret. So just that alone will cause sell pressure on this card. We have Fire King Courtier Okanix. The card is not doing anything. The card was, you know, around 20s. We're like, sell this card, don't let it be down 50% on you. And now the card is down to 15s. And then, you know, this will be single digits, probably sub $5. We expect a rarity bump reprint, plus the card is just not doing anything. You know, 44 listings. Fire Kings are not doing anything anymore. Volume has been consistent near these lows, but again, in a month, I expect a reprint. You sell into this demand. You sell into this volume right now if you have this card. You have Heart of the Blue Eyes. Again, same deal. This card, look at that. Little bump up in value. People, you know, just like this card. I can't wait until it gets reprinted with a most likely prismatic secret rare. 670s right here. Yeah, it's time to move on from this card, because this card is going to be free 99 soon, especially when it gets reprinted. And great card to get as a collector, just because Blue Eyes is on the art. But yeah, people are going to prefer the first set OG or the quarter centuries. Me, I just want the new prismatic secrets, if that's the rarity that it gets. So we'll see. We don't know, like, if it'll get a prismatic, a starlight, both. Like, we'll see what happens. But regardless, these cards should be getting reprinted. So I had no idea Primite Imperial Dragon is $3.40. I'm like, what? When? This card is $3.40s. It was what? It had a double bottom booty shape recovery here at around $1.73. Volume came in and now it's gone, you know, parabolic. The trend is your friend until the end. This is in an uptrend. And this card is $3.40s and 34 listings only. I'm like, how? Why? When? Look at that, guys. I have these. When I saw this and I looked this card up, like, to talk about it today, I'm like, yo, look at that. I bought these at shekels. This card was always 50 cents, man. This card was always 50 cents. Always. No one cared about it. Oh, it's trash. No one uses it in the Primite engine. No one this, no one that. All that noise, this, that, and the third. Nah, while they were doing all that, I was picking these up because I knew one day as an ultra rare from a core set, you know, people might need them. And now I'm going to move these. $3.40, man, it's $10 for a playset. Shh. I was picking those up at $1 and below. Now your boy's up 3, 4x. Easy. Walk in the park. Now we're going to move him. We're going to sell these to Primite Billy Bobs. Because I don't know who's using this or where, but I expect this card to get a reprint. So I'm going to sell all these ultras. We're going to eat our food. And then I'm going to be picking up the prismatic secret rares because I expect this card to get reprinted inside the tins. Yeah, the game is that easy, man. Game is that easy. I had no clue this card was 3-4. I'm like, how? I'm like, when? Crazy. But yeah, I'm going to be moving mines at around 350s. I need to list these. I just found these like right before I made this market watch. It was in my R09 binder, but I have like 12 of them things in there. And life is good. You know what I mean? You mean what I know. So it's time to eat. It's time to eat. And people are like, oh, wow, Jay, 12 times 3, you're going to make what? After fees, maybe 30, 35 bucks at bet. Yeah. I only put in 10 bucks. So yeah, 10 bucks, 3x. You got to keep multiplying that money, you know, and things become good. You live to fight another day. Had no clue that this card was this price. So I'd be moving it. As you guys can see, I'd be moving it. I'd be selling this card right now in case that reprint does comes. Primite Roar. I also have an R9 of this one. And I'm like, this thing is pushing $2. When? Look at that. 220s and then 230s. And then I'm like, what is going on? This card was like cheap. It was like shekels. And then, you know, going around $1. Now it's like 2, 3. Man, like what's going on for Primite Roar? I still think it gets the rarity bump prismatic secret rare. So again, in the next month, that's what I'm going to be doing. Moving my R09. And then I'm going to move the other Primite. What's the name? I didn't even say the name, did I? Let me see, man. Primite Imperial Dragon. There you go. I think I might have said the name. Yeah, so I'd be selling the ultras. I'd be selling the supers because I expect rarity bumps for those 2 cards. You just take profits off the table, man. You sell into this hype, into this demand. Because Primite are not doing anything. This is only happening because we got the Fusion Monster, and there's a lot of people out there that they want to get the full package. But I still think that the package gets reprinted. You don't want to be holding on to these cards. Then we have Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon. This card is 7 bones. Used to be 12s. You know, there's one at 7s. Quickly goes back up 1s all the way up to close to 9. So I'd be selling here, man. Don't let this ultra rare get a prismatic secret rare, as we've seen it happen time and time and time again. And then this ultra is like $3.99. Don't do that. You sell now. Take these $8 bucks and recycle that into something else. Especially some of you guys maybe even have play sets. You have what, 24 bucks? Recycle that. Recycle that into anything of your choosing, because I expect this card to get reprinted. Not every single card is going to get reprinted. They're going to skip maybe 1 or 2. And if some of these do get skipped, this will be money. So there's always a risk that you sell and then it doesn't get reprinted. But 90 to 95% of these cards that we're going to be talking about today, they're going to most likely be reprinted, you know, so you want to sell them all. Maybe you missed 1 or 2, obviously, because no one knows, right? But you're going to be eating good because most of these cards are going to be tanking hard in price. And then we have Succumbing Song Morganite. Again, I'd be selling this card right now at around 3s because this card, I expect it to get reprinted inside of the tins as well, getting the prismatic rarity bumps right there. So I might sell my personal copies. I do have Euro supers though, so I mean, I might keep those and just go down with the chip because I picked this card up at $1. So you know, and then I already profited with all the extra copies I had, so I might keep it. But I still think it's getting a prismatic secret rare, and I'm gonna want those. You know, I'm gonna want those prismatics. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I expect this card to get reprinted and go down to $1 again, maybe even shekels, as most people will want the prismatic secret rare. So if you have this card, I told you guys to move it when it was 5+, and now even at around 3s, I still be moving it because this $3 card can become shekels and you don't want to leave, you know, that purchasing power on the table. Guys, link in the description down below. Come over here to our Discord to join our giveaway, 9.75K giveaway just around the corner. And then X as well. We're going to be hosting a giveaway on there soon, so you don't want to miss out. And then free $15 right here. Shout out to the peeps using this link right there. Congrats on your $15 off your purchase. And then guys, make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video on the way in, as it does help out the channel. And yeah, none of this content is official financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only, man. We're almost at 9.8K. This is all thanks to you guys. I'm excited. I need to create that giveaway video coming soon, just explaining everything, because there's a bunch of stuff that I have that we're going to give back to the community at 10K. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming. I'm just trying to get, you know, over the 9.75K giveaway first. So stay tuned. You want to be subscribed. Then we have the Infinite Forbidden. What a set. What a set. Not for this past Nats, obviously, but last year's Nats in 2024. This set came out like the weekend of. It was insane. It had cards like Dominus Purges that they were $8. No one cared about them. It had Perulias. It had Fiendsmith Engine tracks, and you know, and White Forest and Requiem and all these cards, man. Those were good times, right? Those were good times. But now it's time to get rid of all these cards. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? Again, Purge we already talked about earlier here, and then we have Perulia. We just touched base on it, guys. We said I'd be selling at 80s. You know, 80 to 100s, and there's a flash crash deal right here. I mean, look, the card, 3 playsets here at 70. So, man, the supply just came in overnight. Can't blame people, because I'd be getting rid of Peru. It's just too high in price. Too high. And it might get the Prismatic Secret. No one knows. No one knows. Konami might be like, you know what? It already got the Maze print. I don't think they skipped the reprint, because this card needs a reprint. It needs a Prismatic Secret. The unfortunate thing is that even those will get hard to get, you know, so it probably won't be as lowly priced as people think, you know, probably be 40, 50 bucks anyways, but it's better than paying 80 bones, and you get a rarity bump from the secret rarity. So yeah, again, we said it recently, not going to go too much in depth into this card, but I was saying, you sell this at 80 bucks. You sell it. You sell it. Sure, could it be $100? Anything is possible. But you sell into this hype, especially with just a month left. Yeah, there's going to be demand. You can see a rebound. Anything is possible. But you sell into this hype because you want to recycle this purchasing power, especially if it gets reprinted. The ultra rare will get destroyed. You know, probably go into the 30s again. So just something to keep in mind. With these reprints, will destroy these card prices. Tracked as well. One that we expect to reprint. Card was 27.28s recently, and we said just sell this card. Now it's 25s. Quickly goes back up to 26, 27s. So there's people still holding on to this package because they're still playing it. They have an extra month to use it. So I think it'll hold, you know, into the 20s all the way until the end of this upcoming next month. So there's still some time. But you want to sell into the hype, man. You want to sell into this demand. Right now, there's still people wanting to play Fiendsmith. You sell into that, because a month from now, this card is going to get reprinted and or power crept and or some balance hit. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be like super cheap, single digits. Literally. And then a $25 card today is going to be $5, $10 tomorrow. And you're going to lose, and with a rarity upgrade, most likely. So just get rid of track, man. Requiem, same thing. Look at that. Card was 21s, went up to 27s, and then down to 18s. And now it's around 15, 16 bucks. Don't let this be single digits on you. Do not let this be single digits on you. Don't let this card get a Prismatic Secret Rare. Don't let it be announced in one of these announcement posts. You know, when you come in here, I'm like, oh my gosh, the Fiendsmith package is getting reprinted. Yeah, don't do that. Because by the time you see it here, yo, this thing is going to get destroyed. Just get rid of this card, man. LZ of the White Forest, beautiful art. Hopefully you ran for them hills when we said at 25 to sell this card. You know, all the way back here was 40s. You know, we've been discussing this card all the way down. The last time we talked about it was around a 20 piece, and we said, just sell this card. Don't let it be down 50% on you. And right now we're almost there, 80% down. I'm sorry, not 80%, 40% down, 80 listings right here. 31 a wall of China. Yo, if you have this card and you're not selling right now, I don't know what else. I mean, you should have been done selling, because the deck really didn't do much. Yeah, maybe a regional top unit. That's about it. But man, and a Prismatic Secret rarity, but man, I'd be moving this card, man. But Jay, I'm down, man, and I'm down a lot, and I paid X amount. Yeah, But regardless, you have to face the facts. And the fact is that this card is 12, 13 bucks, and it could easily be 2 to 3s, and you're down 10 bones a pop from that purchasing power that you could have recycled right now into something else that could then 2 to 3x, and at least you're gonna be back up at a breaking even. You feel me? Like, you just have to do what you need to do. Sometimes you have to cut your losses, man. Sometimes, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm telling you, for 10K, I'm working hard behind the scenes on a free course for the community. Free 99 without the 99, $0, man. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that because I want to educate the masses, all for free. You know, we understand sometimes if you charge for something, that's okay. I'm not saying that I won't charge for something in the future, but that'll only be for people that want advanced information, you know, or want to get better to that extent when they're willing to pay for top-notch, precise information on how to recharge, how to do the okay. But we're gonna do a free course for the community. I'm super excited. I've been working hard on the back end. It won't be nothing too crazy, in the sense, it's gonna be a Word doc, but it's gonna be fire, man. It's gonna be fire. Just the content in there, because I want to help, man. I want to help. I want to give back to the community, and if we reach 10K, that's my gift for the community, a free course, so people can get educated, so that you guys can keep making that money. So I could keep getting people coming up to me saying, Jay, I made money thanks to you. I saved money thanks to you. That is my purpose with my channel. Of course, it's to cover and report the prices and things of that nature, but it's to positively impact people's lives with my content, with my free course. Only for those that are interested. It's gonna be there for free. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Nothing's gonna change with my regularly scheduled content, but I wanna help those people that feel like they need help. Because I remember I was in that position 10 years ago, coming back into Yu-Gi-Oh, not understanding prices and the markets and the new decks coming out and the reprint cycles. But we're gonna be here for you. I'm excited. My bad, just had to take those couple. I mean, if you're 46 minutes in, you know what I mean? You mean what I know? You deserve that nugget of information. Stay tuned. 10K is gonna be so cool, man. That moment's gonna be so epic, man. Yo, your boy's gonna be crying like a little kid, so stay tuned for that. Hey, White Forest, sell this card. Recycle that purchasing power. We have Silo Hat Rabbit, man. That damn rabbit, man. Damn rabbit with 7 bones when it came out over a year ago, and we said to pick it up, and the card went almost to 30s, and it's high, and went the high-end price in its heyday, and now no one's playing it, and it's getting a reprint. So if you have this card, just get rid of it, man. 8 bones is still 8 bones. Don't let this card go to 2 to 3s and you're down 2 to 3x even from current prices. Again, sometimes you have to cut your losses, recycle that purchasing power. I'd be selling that damn rabbit and just be waiting for the reprint. I want the prismatic secrets because I got rid of mine because I'm moving on from Odeon, but I still want it from my Odeon deck core. I'm still gonna want these reprints. So yeah, once this gets the prismatic secret, I'm gonna be coming for those once it becomes cheap. I'm excited. Or who knows, maybe it gets a quarter century, we'll see. But regardless, just sell this card, man. Don't let it get reprinted on you. Even the OTs, bro. What is going on, man? What is going on? Ultimate rare at 9, but that is insane. That is crazy, man. We have Senjingen, Wakes from a Millennium, same deal. This card was 12, 13s. Now it's back down to 8, 9 bucks. You get rid of this. Excuse me, not because it can't rebound back up to double digits. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Not because it can't rebound back up to double digits in this gap zone for the next month. Yes, it can, but it's getting reprinted, man. Probably as a prismatic secret rare. These infinite forbidden cards. Especially these ultras, like the lower rarities from the, cards that might get a higher rarity in the tins. Want to move them, man. You want to move them, because that sell pressure is coming, and you want to be on the right side of the sell pressure. You feel me? We have Millennium Ankh. This secret rare. Damn. It was 12, 13s. It's 570s. You sell. Don't let this be $1. Don't let this be free 99. You sell. Just get the prismatic secret rarity bump that we're probably getting. I'd be moving on. Like if you have 3 of these, just take your 15 bones and live to fight another day. Live to fight another day. We have Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. Same deal. This is an ultra rare. That was 3s and now it's pushing 6s. Man, I wish I might. Just sell this right now, man. Did you know this card? It probably gets a Starlight. Probably. But even if it gets a prismatic secret, it'll probably get some type of reprint. Just sell. Just sell. I'd be selling just in case. Oh, Jay, but this was the one that didn't get reprinted. No one knows, right? No one knows which is not getting reprinted. So you sell them all. You reassess once a product comes out. But an ultra rare, 6 bones? Yeah, man. This card probably $1 after the reprint, man. We have Mimi Gold Dungeon. Again, this card went up to 6s. Now it's hovering around $5, you can say. Hey, same deal. Take the playset if you play Mimigo and just take those 15 bones and then you move them. Because me, if I was a Mimigo player, I'd want the Prismatic Secret Rare Rarity Bump upgrade anyways. And of course, I talk like that in general. No one knows the exact rarities. Maybe some of these, you know, ultras or commons or starlights only or this or that in the third, right? But if it's getting some type of additional print, it'll probably cause sell pressure regardless. So I'd be moving this, you know, take my 15 bones and run for them. Hails Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic. I can't wait for this card to be a Prismatic Secret. I'm gonna want to pick it up. This card has a beautiful artwork and probably in Prismatic Secret Rarity is gonna look beautiful. So again, you had the double top formation here, as you can see, M-shaped dump right here down to 3s. And yeah, you have a wall at 375s. I'd be selling right there, literally just right under this wall. You get rid of this card because if it gets reprinted, this ultra rare will get destroyed and people are going to want the new Prismatic Secret Rare. So I'd be moving this now. I'd be moving this. And we have Spell Card Monster Reborn. This card is broken, but really hasn't seen play. It was 362s coming all the way down to $137. And look, we even have this card at shekels here. Why? Because again, 85 listings, same deal. We expect this card to get a rarity bump, Prismatic Secret Rare. I cannot wait because this artwork looks fire and I can only imagine it in a Prismatic Secret Rare rarity bump or maybe even a Starlight Rare. So I'm looking forward to this card's reprint. We'll see. And it's already getting destroyed in price. Insane to see that pan out in that manner. But yeah, I'd be just getting rid of these and getting the rarity bump. But I mean, at these prices, I have a place at a supers for myself. I'm not moving it at 90 cents. You know, I'll just hold down with the ship. I got it around, you know, shekels anyways. But rather than like moving it or not, focus on this one once it gets reprinted in a month, because I think this one could age well. The card is broken. We have Diesel Blaster, the Negation Fortress. This card really truly never panned out. I always thought this card had the potential to become double digis, but it didn't. Now it's crashing down to 3s, and then it probably gets a Prismatic Secret Rare rarity bump. So yeah, I mean, after a couple of 1-ups, it does go to 4 to 5. So if you can get rid of it down there, that'd be great just to get ready for the potential incoming reprint. Tenpai Dragon Gen Roku. You know, it's a card, an ultra rare from the Infinite Forbidden that, you know, hopefully you sold into this hype at 1350s. That's crazy because now the card is around 250s, 269s. Again, I'd move it if you can, just because it's gonna be free 99 once you get a prismatic, once it gets its Prismatic Secret Rare. So there you go. And then we have Legacy of Destruction, guys. We have Legacy of Destruction, another set that obviously we already see Shining Sarcophagus is getting reprinted. So we expect Nightmare Apprentice to get reprinted as well, as we've been telling you guys to sell this card. And it's just flash crashing, continues to crash down at around 17 bucks. You know, there's a 15 wall of China right here. Yeah, just get rid of this card because again, we expect it to get a Prismatic Secret Rare rarity bump most likely, or even an ultra, who knows. So you want to get rid of all these cards that still hold value. Don't let that value dissipate with a reprint. You move the value now so you can recycle it into newer cards that just came out, you know, Stampede cards, Battles of Legend cards, you know, you name it. Just Duelist Advanced cards, you know what I mean? You mean what I know? Just recycle this purchasing power. Don't let a reprint. I mean, right now, a playset is $50. 50 bones for a playset. Trade that away, man. Trade that away, sell it, move it. Because then this card could be $5. People are going to be like, damn, I missed out. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be Billy Bob. We have Varudras, the final bringer of the end times. I expect a reprint for this card. I moved it at Nats because I expect a reprint for this card at around 15, 16 bucks. And now the card is starting to crash down to 14s. Not a crazy crash as of yet. Volume is coming in. People need this card. The card is broken. But I expect this card to be sub 5 billies in a month once it gets a Prismatic Secret Rare rarity bump. And I'm going to be picking up the Prismatic Secret Rare. And so, yeah, I'd be selling this card at 14, 15 bucks. I'd be moving it. You don't want to be, you know, to be sub $5 on you and lose that 3x recycling, you know, move right there. Don't miss out. We have Nightmare Throne. I don't understand who's playing you, Bell. I think it got second place in Kissimmee region in Orlando. Shout out to my boy. He told me he got second place. So, hey, you Bell's making a comeback? Nah, but yeah, I mean, right now is that new local low right here at 12s. That's just a 1-up. So 13 bucks. Honestly, if I would have this card at 13s. I'd take my, you know, what is that, 36? I'm sorry, that's 39, 40 bucks, run for them hills. 88 listings here. Don't let this $13 card become $2. I'm surprised it retained this much value this far out. Crazy, especially with the deck being out of the format. But for the most part, you can get, of course, an occasional regional top here and there. But hey, Nightmare Throne, man, I expect a clean prismatic secret rare rarity bump. That's the one that I would be focusing on. I'd be selling this card right now and taking my 40 bucks and running for them hills. Tempai Dragon Pydra, about time. This card needs a reprint, you know, and I can't wait. $6, I'd be moving this. Still $18, man, that you get for a playset. Take them 18s, moving on into something else, because I expect the prismatic secret rare. Who knows, maybe it gets an ultra, who knows, or a starlight, we'll see. But some type of reprint coming, and this card is going to be free 99, and everyone's going to want the reprint. So don't sleep on this one in the sense of getting rid of it right now while it still has some value. We have Future Silence. This card, again, we already saw Shining Sarcophagus. We expect this one to get reprinted as well. Card was hitting double digits at around 10s. Now it's flash crashing overnight. You know, a 15% dump. So 53 listings. People expect a reprint for this. Yeah. So in the next month, sooner rather than later, you want to get rid of this. You don't want to let an $8 card become $1. You don't want to do that. All right, so I'd be moving this card right now and recycling that purchasing power. Ragnarok of the Evil Seed. This card was $6, rebounded here to 7s. You know, plants are getting support. Black Rose is getting support. So this is a great plant card. And as you can see, 33 listings. The card is 920s. Quickly goes up to double digits and beyond at the bottom of the page. So again, this is all due to plant hype. Me, I would sell into the hype. Oh my God, plants are getting support. Yeah, here, take my Ragnarok of the Evil Seed, and then I'd be picking up the reprint. Most likely prismatic secret rarity bump at a cheaper price. You sell into this volume candle. You sell into this demand right now if you still own a card like this. We have Lightsworn Dragon Link, man. Lightsworn Dragon Link, massive volume candle. I don't know why. Just trying to build a booty shape recovery, but no. I mean, I expect this card to get reprinted, and the reason that I'm talking like this is because I love Lightsworns, man. But we never got the second, the third wave. And Konami better not do the same thing with True Dracos, man. We don't only need here, you know, here, you're taking just one wave of support. No. We need a multi-wave of support like you did for 6 Sams. Come on now, man. Reprint this, Konami, and give us some Lightsworn support, man. So much hope, man, for baby JD, but it never panned out. The card is still 569s. Quickly go to 669. So I'd be selling, man. I'd be selling this card, waiting for the reprint, the rarity bump, because we need it. Why not? The card is beautiful. I'm gonna be picking it up at a way cheaper price. I'm looking forward to this card, not because it has any meta relevance. We never got wave 2, wave 3, which is unfortunate, but you know, still a great card to have exposure to, especially the new reprint. So I'd be selling this if you still have it. We have Phantom Nightmare, man. A lot of Phantom Nightmare cards have been making moves as of late. So we have the Black Goat Laughs, $25 card, you know, was 38 bones. You know, the card is trying to go up in price because of demand and people needing the card. But at the same time, you know, people expect this to get hit. So I'd be moving on, man. I'd be moving on. Don't let the goat laugh at you. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't let the goat laugh at you once this $25 card becomes $5, 5 bones, single digits. Don't do that. You get rid of it now. A playset is $75 right now. I wish I might, man. We have Iron Thunder, again, spiking up because of Morganite players. And now the card is still $14, as you can see here. 14, 15 bucks, 32 listings. I need this card for Morganite, my Morganite deck. I'm gonna wait a month. I'm gonna wait a month and just chill in McMill. Just chill McMill, just waiting for this card to get reprinted. So again, I'd be selling this card to Morganite players, man. 14, 15 bucks. I'd be moving up, man. I wish I might. What is that? That is almost a 50 piece, man. Yo, I'd be moving this card. I expect a reprint, you know, even if it's an ultra or prismatic secret, some type of reprint. That's what I'm gonna be picking up soon. I would be selling these and waiting for the reprint. But that's just me. Then we have Vados, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction. This card is still money, man. Still money. It's $8, went up to 20s, now retracing back down to the mean around 15 bucks. Beautiful retracement. But again, I expect a reprint for this card. So you sell this card now. Take your 15 bucks, live to fight another day, because this card could be sub $5 with a reprint. You don't want to be that guy holding on to that bag. Then we have low, the prayers of the voice's voice. It had a rebound and we said I'd be selling. So still at around $7, just sell this card. You don't want to be holding on to this card, man. This card is going to be free 99 once it gets his, you know, prismatic secret or ultra, whatever it's going to get. I'd be selling low. It already had his heyday, plus a reprint coming. There you go. Same for Goblin Bikers, like Grand Entrance. This card was $9 and now it's $2s. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a sign, boys. Goblin Bikers, you're just not doing anything. Won't do anything probably in the foreseeable future. Plus a reprint. Is that time to get rid of? I'm just showing this card, but just the deck core before it potentially gets a higher rarity bump, you know, reprint. We have Yugioh. Excuse me, the Loving Defender Forever. Card was 8s, flash crashing down to 6s. Don't let this card be free. Don't let it be free 99 once it gets a prismatic secret rare rarity bump. Just you sell this now. Don't let this be down 50% on you, 2 to 3s. You moving now, moving out for whatever value you can get before the reprint comes down the line. And we have Maze Millennia, just speculating here. You know, a set that has a couple cards that could use reprints. We have Fighting Flame Sword. This one skipped, you know, last year's tins, if I'm not mistaken. So it's still 12 bones, man. So just in case it gets reprinted, I'd be selling this card because the card needs a reprint. You know, not because it's matter relevant, but for casual players, it's still holding $12 for a reason, and there's still volume here. People coming in and getting this card. They love their flame cards, flame swordsman cards. So this should be up and due for a reprint. We'll see how it pans out. And then we have number 1, Infection Buzz King. I think this card should get reprinted. You know, you have a couple at 250s, but then it starts going to 5s. I think the tins would be a great set to reprint this card. And I see it happening, so I'd be moving these at around 4 to 5s. And we have the Eye of Illusion. Again, a lot of hype around Illusion, you know, monsters. This card quickly goes up to 4s and eventually 5s. So I'd be moving this card right now just in case it gets reprinted in a month, which would be fine for it to get a reprint because it needs it, but also because of the new Illusion support. I wouldn't be surprised if this card gets reprinted. You do not want to hold on to this card just in case. And then we have Photon Delta Wing. Again, this one is said it was 5s, but really is a $3 card. And then it quickly goes up to 350s and beyond, 69 listings. If you can move these maybe for $10 a place, so you get rid of it. You know, I could see this card getting reprinted in the tins. It doesn't have to get reprinted, but again, definitely the potential's there. So there you go. And of course, these are just some of the reprints. I mean, you know, so many other cards can get reprinted. Like we said, Bistios, Kashtira cards, you know, Chaos Angels. So hopefully we also get those in there. So I can definitely discuss those in a future video. We'll see how that pans out. Guys, if you made it an hour in, man, it's been a while since we have like literally made an hour video, but it was just so important, guys, for me to cover all of these cards because most people forgot about all these cards. And when they forget, we remember to get rid of these now, early. Not a month from now when everyone is panic selling, but now you move these cards, you recycle your purchasing power, you get ready for when those tins comes so you can not listen to the noise. Well, oh, the tin sucks and bad pull rates. Who cares? You buy singles so we can make that money heading into next year as well. The game is truly that easy, guys. So if you relate to what we do here, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way out as it truly helps out. Share this in one place in a group chat or with some friends as we continue to grow and positively impact people's lives by saving as many Billy Bobs as we can. Almost at 9.8K, and as all thanks to you guys. Super stoked, super excited. We continue to grow at our own little pace here. Can't wait for that 5 figures, man. Can't wait for them 5 digits, man. Shit, man. You guys are all amazing and straight MVPs. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.